let's talk about this precious little corn. We've all had that corn, okay?
Right.
That delicious corn. Our grandma made it, you had it at a restaurant, and you're like, man, what is magic about that? Go ahead and open it. I'm going to loosen that up. Now, there's so many ways you can do corn. If it's fresh off the cob, fry it in bacon grease. So what we're going to do is bring a little cornstarch in, mix it up in a little water, a little bit of chicken broth, equal parts. You don't need much. All right, so anyway, you're going to take equal parts water and cornstarch. We're going to take our corn, put it in the pan, and let's take some butter.
How much would you like? I'm going to fork you some off.
You know what? You got to have quite a bit of butter. This is real butter. We don't use margarine. I'm going to take that much.
Yeah.
You can tell how warm it is in here because of the butter. So we're going to take our corn. We're going to melt the butter. This is so simple. You old timers already know this, but I remember the first time I had corn like this. It was Orangeburg Elementary School in Mason County. They had some of the best lunch ladies. You remember the lunch ladies?
Back in the day, yeah.
Who knew how to cook?
Yeah.
Oh my. I remember having this corn, and years later, I asked somebody, how in the world did they make that? They said, well, they probably put butter, lots of butter and cornstarch.
Very good. Do you ever know that my grandmother that had the restaurant ended up being a lunch lady? Those kids
No
had it
kidding.
made. Yes, that's
Oh,
when they
man.
moved to Florida. She was the
That's
best.
not even fair for the other
The
kids.
best cook in the school ever. They had really good food.
Here comes the cornstarch.
Picking it up.
Now, we're going to use some salt. If you like a little pepper in your corn, which I do.
I do too. Glenn would demand.
Glenn would want just tons and tons
Yes, he
and tons
would.
of pepper because he's like that.
And we're stocked up.
See how that's thickening up? See how that cornstarch
Yeah.
is thickening that up? Now that makes
that's
that
good.
almost like a cream corn. Now, just a little bit of sugar. And really, when you see it boiling like that, see that thickening like
That
that
looks
right there?
good. I will try it.
Look how quickly that came together. Now let's see if this is the magic corn. You ready?
Uh-oh. Oh, that's good. That's like the best cream corn ever.
That's it.
That's really good. Buttery? That's buttery.
Oh, I remember going to some people's house. Sometimes when you're eating, does it bring back memories? It's like
Yeah,
a
where you
song.
been?
Where you been? The Coles, Ruby and Linda Cole. And I'm pretty sure they fixed corn
This is
like
how it's
this
been
right
all
here.
week. You've been just feeding me.
Those are hard. I want to remind you about our Facebook page, Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen Facebook page. Like it, check out where we're going, what we're doing. Also, what else might we want to look at? TimFarmersCountryKitchen.com. All the recipes you might not have seen before. There are hundreds of segments and shows that you might not have looked at. These are called refrigerator pickles. I don't think we have time to actually cut them up and show you, but I'm going to give you the recipe right now. This is enough just for a couple jars. I want you to try them. I don't want you to do a huge batch, but you're going to need 1 cup of white vinegar, 1.5 cup of sugar, about a teaspoon of pickling salt, 1/2 teaspoon of celery seeds. Also add about a 1/2 teaspoon, or you can go 3/4 of a mixed pickling spices, okay? I'm gonna take some red pepper flakes, some onions. Let's take and slice those real thin, and 6 or 7 cucumbers. And you're gonna cut those up. Boil all your ingredients. Put your pickles in the bottom of the jar, put a few pickles, put a few red pepper flakes, keep layering that till you get to the top. Pour your juice in there, put them in a refrigerator. The next day you've got refrigerated pickles.
They're
I want you to
good,
try
too.
'em. And we use 2 different kinds of cucumbers. And here's what they look like with all the yummy stuff on the top. Let me get you a good big one here. They still have all that fresh cucumber taste because
crunchy.
you haven't cooked them to death. You hear that crunch?
Delicious.
No. I like mine hot.
Did you get a pepper?
I put a lot of red pepper flakes in there.
I like those.
Now, those will keep for a couple months in your refrigerator. Refrigerator pickles. You taste that?
I like
Get
it.
the onions and the red peppers.
I would like that with a roast beef dinner on the side. Wouldn't that be
Really?
good? Yeah, just have that bitey.
You know, the old timers, they always had something pickled sitting on the side.
That's how my grandfather did it. You gotta have that sweet vinegary. That's good.
All right, now, one more thing we're gonna try. We did the Mrs. Wages. All right, just out of curiosity, tell me what you think about this. I haven't found the perfect dill pickle yet. I'm still looking for it. It says all natural ingredients, and all you do is basically boil this mixture in vinegar. You pour those over your pickles.
That sounds simple.
Boom. You
I
hot
like
pack
simple.
them? You hot pack them?
I'd like to
Follow
try
the
one.
instructions on there. You want to try
I
one?
like to try one. I love
Tell me
deals.
what you think. So crunchy?
Could you turn these into grandma's pickles? Oh, be good.
You could.
Wow, that's good and salty.
Not
Good
bad.
job. Good job.
Not bad. Well, it's a good job for Miss Wages. If you just want to be lazy, like I do a lot of times, try some of that. Not bad. What's a kosher deal?
Well, I'm full actually. Was that dinner?
But the thing is, quick turnaround. I don't want to wait 6 months on a pickle. If I got them sitting there looking at me, I want to eat them.
Right.
At this point, it's all about
Good times
good friends.
and wonderful eats.
And the guy on the radio was right.
Yes.
You can
can.
corn. See you next week on Tim Roberts Country Kitchen. Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. Nikki and I have been cooking for years and years. This unscripted show about unscripted country living.
That's right.
We've had so many people ask us, how do we get a cookbook? How do you do that? TimFarmersCountryKitchen.com. Take a look at our store. We have all kinds of stuff on there. Now people have asked for more and more stuff, so we've got hats, we've got the aprons that we use, we've got the Salt Rocks cooking plates, how-to DVDs, and very soon, cookbook number 2 is coming.
Yay.
Now, we started our cooking show in 2012 and we had so many people ask us, they wanted those recipes from your grandparents, my grandparents, people we
Right.
run across in the woods or on the waters over the years. And so we came up with this first cookbook, and those books have gone out all over the world.
Yes, they have.
Cookbook 2 is coming out. TimFarmersCountryKitchen.com. Visit our store, get your cookbook. We'll be glad to share our kitchen with you and our recipes from many, many years passed down.